Nostalgia is an emotion best described as bittersweet. Regardless of who you are, where you came from, or what it is you're exactly nostalgic for, everyone has something that inspires this particular emotion from within the depths of their soul. Nostalgia is an emotion that is not only innately human, but innate to consciousness itself. Often experienced as a result of art or environment, nostalgia is a harkening back to one's roots. A reminder of where and when you came from, and a revival of memories you've attained over the course of your life. My name is CrackSmoker96, your favorite virtual idol, and today we're going to be talking about consciousness, nostalgia, and 2010's dubstep.
Triple Bepple Super Show.
Now, slow down. What did I mean in that intro paragraph? Well, let's begin by defining consciousness. Very controversial term to define, but it's my channel, I do what I want. Consciousness, in my view, is one's internal processing of the world around them, and their views regarding that world, based upon their past experiences, genetic disposition, and mentality. Your individual consciousness is the lens through which you view the world. And that perspective may be limited not only by physical circumstance, but by cognitive biases and developmental limitations. I believe that the nostalgia we feel is similarly dictated by such limitations. Basically, what I was trying to say in that paragraph is that nostalgia is innately tied to experiencing consciousness. Any conscious being will experience the feeling of nostalgia because of past experience and the way that we process memories. I don't know. Say you show me, CrackSmoker96, your aforementioned favorite virtual idol, some late 2000s to early 2010s electronic music. Some dubstep, so to speak. At that time, I was young. I was growing, developing, and maturing as a person. And my view of the world was limited not only by the era, but also by the fact that I was a literal child. I was a blank slate to be molded and shaped, and while I didn't know it at the time, I was making memories that would stand the test of time, resulting in the person I've become today. My nostalgia for 2010's dubstep is associated with memories of innocence, naivety, and a thirst for knowledge regarding a world I'd only recently found myself. The shift in my perspective that's resulted from maturing into a human being has led me away from those aforementioned traits. And so, for that reason, when I hear Flux Pavilion's bass canon for the first time in years, or any Skrillex song that blew up in the 2010s, I feel a return to those memories. A return to that innocence, a return to a time in which I had no responsibility and I could just enjoy the world in such a carefree sense. There's nothing like the feeling of remembering me and my dad blasting Skrillex in the car on my way to school, and smiling at my beloved boomer father headbanging to Skrillex as I worried about my meaningless child problems. Like, stupid things, you know? Like, would my crush like me back? How can I get enough money to get Foxfire Ari, that beautiful babe in that new League of Legends game?
I can almost taste it.
You know, that kind of thing. It's like, my problems were so small, and my world was so small, and now that I'm older and my worldview has expanded, listening to music like this sort of allows me to be transported back to a time when things were just easier. Things were just more enjoyable. Good times. You know, 2012 was my year for sure. And that might be why I'm so stuck in the past in terms of my editing style and video style. Hey, how about the time that I gathered my little middle school friends and stayed up till 4 a.m. listening to Nightcore and playing video games on my best friend's Xbox 360? When I didn't care about seeming cool or respectable or professional. When my greatest concern was just bum rushing my homework right before class, when I had literally no unhealthy vices aside from sugar and video games. When the internet was just something I used to listen to Searle, or play some kind of flash game, or talk to my friends on Skype. The world was different. Not even just in a generational sense, but in a personal sense. In terms of my own personal maturity, the stage that I was in. But I wouldn't say that it's just ignorance. I wouldn't say that it was maturity. It was childhood. It was pure, and it was beautiful. Only to be robbed from us just a few years later. Both me and the aforementioned best friends, when we became caught up in the lunacy of society, and decided that what other people thought of us was something that actually mattered. When we fell into the endless tailspin that is human vice, And we allowed the pervasive nature of our modern society built around convenience and dopamine to corrupt our minds and take the lives of the people that I cared about the most back then. The limitations to my perspective in that era are what associated such powerful emotions to such simple times. Sure, it might seem like nothing to you and, maybe me watching Warrior Cats animations in 2011, maybe that's cringe to you. Maybe it's cringe to you when I was at a sleepover at my best friend's house and we accidentally said the F slur on Halo and got so scared that his mom heard that we turned off the lights and pretended to be asleep. Maybe those memories are cringe. Some might look back on their own past and cringe, and look back and think, oh, I wish I could do it all over. I wish I was a cooler 12-year-old. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I've got regrets too. We all do. But the fuck are you gonna do about it? People change, people die, and we all make shitty choices that we have to live with. If nothing else, life is cruel, and it'll always find ways to make you think that it's not worth living. But listen, man, just put on some Skrillex, put on some Deadmau5, put on some Italo Brothers, and think about the memories that you've shared with the people that you love. And tell me that you hate your life to my little cartoon face. Think back to the times in which your life was worth living, and tell me with a straight face that this world is miserable. Nostalgia is a respite from the cruelty of the world. This cruelty has always existed, and yet we all have memories of times in which it didn't to us. Nostalgia is an escape that we all have access to that allows us to remember what really matters to us and what brought us to become who we are today. I might be cringe. I might be a degenerate. I might lose everything that I've ever worked for and die penniless, only leaving behind a legacy of tragedy and schizophrenia. But I don't care. And you shouldn't either. Because all of these memories that I've shared with people, I will live on in their nostalgia. All these videos that I've made, I will live on in your nostalgia. And in the nostalgia of the people who love me, the people who have experienced my character. Nostalgia is a key to temporary immortality in the hearts of people that you love, in the hearts of people that you have impacted. And for as long as I can access best dubstep ever mindfuck drops on YouTube, posted in 2011, those who I've loved and lost will live on in power, in my heart, and in my mind. Anyways, yeah, that's my little schizo rant. Thanks for listening, and if you like this video right now, I'm going to give you a big pack of cigarettes, and I'm not saying like a normal pack of cigarettes, I'm not even saying long cigarettes, I'm saying like comically sized ones, where you gotta fit your entire mouth around a single cigarette. I'm gonna get you one of those packs if you like this video. And as always,
Subscribe to make me feel better about my regrets.
also, I'd like to give a special thank you and a special shout out to my Patreons over at patreon.com. You guys know I love you. It's hard to get my videos monetized because I literally go insane on this YouTube channel. So thank you guys for supporting the show and allowing me to hire an editor.
Where the fuck I am.
That's right. Basically the plan is when I don't have time to edit videos, we're just going to bring in a little help. You guys have liked this guy in the past. Same guy as before, 8-bit biochemist. He's goated. Anyways, Patreon shoutouts. We're gonna speedrun it. You ready? I'd like to give a special thank you and a special shout out to my connoisseurs of fine arts. Vershi, Thickmelon, Tech9, Sadfem, Prisoner Suicide, Polar, Knight of the World, Mercury OG, Frodo Bagoweed, Derpy Doug, Conscious Junk, and Chairfruit. And for our pseudo-intellectual supporters, we've got Slow Slicing, Saws, the homie Maroni, Miso Sal Pinks, and Zucchini. Also, I'll slow down from my little sped up part here, because I would like to give a from the heart, from the soul thank you to Dell for being my one and only super simp. Thank you for subscribing at the highest tier. You are enabling me to, put a little bit of more money into the channel, You're enabling me to hire editors, pay artists, get some little animations for my streams, not buy anything that would even remotely be considered dangerous. I am not a dangerous person. I would never hurt anyone in my life. No, wait. All right. All right, we might have to cut that part out. Yeah, you're enabling me to support the channel. Thank you, man. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, keep it real.
free crab! Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go get some free crab!